there. I still had stuff I wanted to talk about. I'm going to talk about turnoffs. INFJ turnoffs. And this is off the top of my head, so I don't really know if I'm going to like get to say everything that I really want to say. Sorry. I know I'm so shifty in my videos. I don't know why I do that, honestly. Okay, so turnoffs. I definitely, what really comes to mind first and foremost is just like somebody who's just not considerate. Like inconsideration is definitely a turnoff. Somebody who is arrogant, somebody who acts superior, somebody who acts like they know it all, somebody who acts like entitled, I suppose. Like they lack humility, they lack care and concern for the way their actions affect others. You know, that's just like major turnoffs to me. As far as know-it-alls, it's like know-it-alls, I just feel like they have they're small-minded. You know, I like people who have expansive minds. You know, people who think outside the box, people who are curious, people who are interested in exploring things that, you know, they may not know much about. Let's see, I guess even to some degree, like people who are hyper independent, you know, because these people are just kind of like, they're just not open to receiving help or care, or they're not interested in collaborating or cooperating because they feel like, you know, it's all about like, I can do it myself and I don't need anyone around me. Because I honestly, okay, to some degree, I think I can be hyper independent, but I'm learning to be more receptive, and it's just so much more satisfying when you can like work alongside another human being or alongside other human beings towards a common goal, and you guys are all kind of like sharing in the experience and contributing your own like unique gift or service to the vision. I don't know, that's really satisfying. It gets really, because I mean, when you're hyper independent, yeah, that's great, you know, that you can do things on your own, but it's also imbalanced. I mean, that if that was the case, we would be born in a world by ourselves. You wouldn't be surrounded by all these different people, you know, and to some degree we do need each other, you know. And if you think about it, each person has their own individual skill set. I've kind of covered these things in previous videos, like, you know, like maybe one person knows how to grow apples and another person knows how to grow oranges and another person knows how to woodwork. You know, you can't just be an apple farmer and just be like, I know everything and I don't need anything from anyone. You know, it's all about the exchange. It's all about collaboration and cooperation. I don't know, as I get older, I'm like, that's so much more satisfying. But then it's like, I don't know, it's hard to find people that operate this way, and that's okay. You know, I just feel like everybody is growing into knowing. Yeah, so just like, I don't know, those are like my major number one turnoffs. Is just somebody who is a know-it-all, somebody who is arrogant, somebody who feels entitled, somebody who doesn't care about anyone but themselves. That's such a turnoff, you know, especially if you're trying to establish a relationship with this person. Also, people who have a victim mentality and they're not looking to correct themselves, people who don't take accountability for their actions, those are also turnoffs, you know. And I understand, because I think at one point in my life, like I was wallowing in self-victimhood, but then, you know, it's all about like recognizing like destructive patterns within yourself and changing that, you know. So yeah, I used to be hyper independent. I used to be, what is that? I used to have a victim mentality. I used to sabotage myself. And it's weird because I think when I was younger, I didn't recognize these traits in myself. And yeah, I was at war with myself. I didn't like myself. But then once I kind of outgrew those habits and patterns and behaviors, I'm like, oh, okay, so I can recognize it in people. And yeah, it's a turn off, but then I understand where they're coming from because I experienced that as well. You know, but that doesn't mean I want to like expend any time, energy, or attention on such things. You know, it's like if people can't like take accountability or responsibility for their decisions and their choices and how it affects themselves and how it affects others, and they're not even trying to change, you know, I'm just like, yeah, people who are not interested in growing, you know, that's a turn off. You know, like, I accept these people as they are. Okay, there's a difference. I accept them as they are, but as far as giving them my time, energy, and attention, it would probably be very limited if I were to be completely honest. You know, because, you know, I just, going back to consumption, you know, it's like, are you going to allow yourself to be consumed by things that make you feel horrible and things that chain you and bind you? Or are you gonna like set yourself free? You know, set yourself free. I spend a lot of time, honestly, I know this is going into a totally different arena. I spend a lot of time like thinking about, you know, like things that I could change about myself that would be more beneficial. Honestly, I think what I consider more beneficial is things that are freeing and not binding. Things that make you stronger, you know, things that help you to expand. Those are things that I strive for, and I definitely admire those traits in others, you know. And people, now I'm going into what I like. I like people who are humble, and I like people who are not arrogant or selfish, and I like people who don't feel entitled and are not know-it-alls. I like people who can admit that, you know, like they don't know it all, or say like they're really like set on a particular like idea, or they subscribe to a particular like theory. I like people who are open to shifting their perspective in another direction if proven wrong, you know, and even admitting, oh yeah, you know, your idea is way cooler than what I originally thought, so yeah, thanks for sharing that with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying, but I do know what I'm saying. Yeah, so I don't know. Those are the turnoffs that come to mind. And I don't know if this video made sense. What's new? I just feel like my freaking thoughts are just everywhere. I also think, okay, so tell me if you can relate to this. So I'm not gonna lie, I think INFJs are intelligent, but I think that we can also be scatterbrained a little bit. And then I've noted that because it takes me a while to process data, because I'm trying to like assimilate everything from so many different angles, my thought process is kind of slow, you know, but it's thorough, you know. I'm working on that. But anyways, yeah, I think we're intelligent, but maybe scatterbrained and spacey. And then also like, because it takes me like a long time to assimilate things so I can finally come to a conclusion. Like when I'm around people who can like process super fast, I'm just like, whoa, I can't even keep up with that. You know, how do you do that? But yeah, currently at my workplace, that's how it is. Like so much shit going on so fast. And then like at first I was overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my God, like how do people process information this fast and like just pull something out of nothing and make stuff happen, you know? It's like super unpredictable, super like there's no structure, there's no like nothing solid really to like build upon. And so this is completely foreign to me. So I guess I am currently at, or choosing to stay at my current workplace so I can like help myself to process things faster and not have to like plan things out so much in advance and just kind of operate in the moment and be very adaptable and multitask on the fly, because normally I that's not how I operate. It's complete opposite. So it's all about like bringing things into balance. So it's frustrating, I'm not gonna lie, it's frustrating, but it's also exciting, and it's also helping me to just kind of process information faster on the fly without really having a plan in place and without really thinking things through and just kind of going for it, you know, and like not like getting like stuck in like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. It's just like, I mean, and I do have those moments, but then I'm just like, okay, well, I have this much time to like really just stay in place, but then I have to keep on keeping on, you know, in the discomfort, in the unknown, you know. So it's really interesting. It's definitely not what I am accustomed to, and it's a little stressful, but at the same time I'm acknowledging that it's helping me to learn a lot of things that I am weak at normally, you know, and then also still trying to have like a level-headed mind and retain my peace amidst the calamity and chaos, you know. So it's good practice. I'm thinking that this will help me as I move forward, you know. It's priming me for future circumstances so that I can be strong in the unknown and adapt like that. Anyways, hey man, sorry, I just totally went off topic from what I was actually talking about, but I think that's how our mind works, you know. And they will just like go from one topic to another topic to another topic to another topic that totally doesn't relate but relates. And then some people can follow us, and some people are like, what the freak is going on with your mind? Like, I don't know what. Well, we can follow each other, right? Because that's how our mind flows. Anyways, I hope you're having a beautiful day, and blessings to one and all. Amen.